It's day 9 of designing an Animal Crossing island in 30 days using only DIYs. In the last episode, we built a junkyard, we stole some flowers, and that was enough to get us a 3-star island. Today, we claim our rewards.
It's the 30-day DIY island.
Today is the day of the big KK Slider concert, but more importantly, today is the day that the rest of the game unlocks for us, and we can finally start terraforming the island. The credits are rolling, everyone's jamming out, but listen, we're just getting started. And there it is, the Island Designer app is unlocked. I have to go buy a whole bunch of privileges from the Nook Stop, of course, but of course, having this is the crux of today's episode. This is everything. Before we get started for the day, I should do my dailies. That's going to involve just running around, getting fossils, all that stuff. Getting some points, though, is really what I'm after. Nook Miles, anything that can give me some Nook Miles, because the terraforming tools, they're a big unlock. They cost quite a bit of points, and I need to be doing anything I can to earn them. Unfortunately, one of my Nook Miles Plus tasks today is to, of course, plant produce. Why not? Leaf is here, but I can't just buy produce. That is against the rules. Today's beach DIY is a bird bath, which is super weak because I already have that, and I got it from Tom Nook. We got to find who's crafting today. Also, there's a birthday. It's Eric's birthday. I accidentally started my day on Eric's birthday. I think I have just the gift for Eric. How would you like to be told that you have to move house on your birthday while you're trying to celebrate? You're having a big party. Tom Nook calls you up and says, hey, can you come to the office real quick? Here you go, buddy. Start packing. Don't worry, I'll get him a real gift. I'm making my daily customization kit run on Nooks, and I'm seeing the wrapping paper down there. You don't technically need wrapping paper. You do get some extra friendship points for using it. I feel bad not wrapping someone's present on their birthday, and since the only wrapping paper you can craft comes around Toy Day, I'm just going to go ahead and allow myself to buy the wrapping paper. Sorry if that breaks more rules or makes it more confusing, this challenge that some of you are trying to follow along with. But I think we'll make an exception for wrapping paper. There are plenty of gifts here to choose from because Blathers did not take most of my fossils today, so we'll just wrap up one of them. And the party has not stopped despite moving day looming. Let's go ahead and give Eric his awesome fossil birthday present and get a whole bunch of friendship points. And see, he appreciates the wrapping, okay? There we go. That's how I know I did the right thing. Kind of breaking one of my rules. We'll buy some wrapping paper. It'll be worth it. And happy birthday to me because now I have even more points at a time where I desperately need them. Now, before we go any further, we do need to discuss Peachgate. 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 Yes, there has been some debate around the peaches that have landed on Gee Whiz. Are these illegal peaches? I say yes, but many of you disagree. So here is what I've decided. These peaches were sent to me in the mail by the mom character, not a real person, just the mom character in Animal Crossing, and I planted them without really thinking about it. And then later I realized that because I didn't really earn these on my own, maybe they shouldn't be here. So I cut down the trees, and because I didn't have a trash can, I've just left the peaches here to, be a reminder. And I've just been getting so many comments about it and thinking about it myself as well. There is no way for me to get peaches other than the mail, essentially. I'm not going to be interacting with real people. So this would be the only way to get this fruit. So my decision is as follows. I will not use the peaches that were mailed to me at the start of the game. But don't worry, because these are not the peaches that were mailed to me at the start of the game. I grew these peaches myself, and you can't prove otherwise. So now these peaches will remain in my storage for now with all the other fruit that I've collected, and once I'm ready to plant some kind of fruit farm or something, I will plant the peaches along with the apples and the cherries and the coconuts and all that stuff. The reason for this decision is because, indeed, peaches, as mentioned, are a crafting material, but all the fruit is. And there are going to be fruits that I will never get to use, such as pears. I won't be able to craft any of the pear furniture. And I am okay with that. But I do very much like the peach furniture, and I think it'll add some variety. And hopefully we get some recipes for it, because, boy, those peaches became very controversial, and making the decision to save them better have been worth it. The real focus of today is beginning to unlock the various terraforming parts of our new terraforming app. So there's all the different paths, of course, which I will be making good use of, and then the big ones, the waterscaping and cliff construction permits, both costing 6,000 points. I have 5,000 points, so we need to go out and continue trying to earn enough points to actually purchase at least one of those. Today, my focus is going to be on the waterscaping tool. And earlier I said Leaf was here, but maybe the KK concert scared him away. I swear he was in the title screen. I'm not sure what happened. I did pick some weeds because I got a task to actually, sell weeds, and I thought that was because Leaf was here. Also, I got a task to plant produce, and I thought that was because Leaf was here. So I may have found kind of a bug. That's kind of interesting. Anyway, we're just going to be knocking these out. Finding a cicada shell's worth 500, but that's really kind of rare. I'm just going to worry about knocking these out. I'm going to get 6,000 points, and in a minute, I'm going to explain to you the rivers and what I want to do with them. Chopping up these trees will not only get me some extra supplies, but it will knock out yet another Nook Miles Plus task, which is great. And then we're going to do the rivers. So basically my plan with the rivers is to decimate them completely. Today is mostly a day about destruction so that we can prepare the island for what we actually want to build, which is, I'm not sure yet. I don't have like a master plan for how the island is going to turn out to look. I don't have a theme in mind because I don't want to limit myself even more so than I already have with this DIY challenge. And really all I know is that I want to terraform. I want to add elements of symmetry like I enjoy doing. And to do that, I think the easiest thing is going to be just to get rid of the rivers and potentially most of the cliffs, if not all of them. There's a situation whereby I might keep the cliffs as they are, maybe edit them a little bit. I'm still kind of figuring that one out, but I know that I want to get rid of these rivers. Anyway, we now have our 6,000 points we need. So let's go ahead and buy our waterscaping permit. Now, this is what our rivers look like at present. This is the natural layout of the island. I just wanted to take one last look at it before I completely destroy it. My goal is just going to be to get rid of the rivers on the base level. We may also do on top of the cliffs as well. This is going to take me quite a long time. And because there's not a whole lot to show you, I guess we'll just kind of speed build it. What I've decided to do here is keep the river straight on. So this is the river mouth. I do want a river going out that way. And what I'm thinking I'm going to do for this is I'm going to have the rivers basically connect at both river mouths on the map. So I started to remove this and then I realized, oh wait, no, for the river I'm trying to make, I think I'm going to leave this alone. So some of this needs to be removed and some of it does not. And so I just need to keep my head on straight as to where the lines are. Given where we have the river now, I think what we need to do is take the South River and start to bring it up towards the north so we can figure out exactly where these are going to intersect before I delete too many more rivers that I don't actually need to delete, or I should say too many more water tiles. These 4 water tiles here represent where our new river is going to go, and now we just have to take all 4 of these lines and have them go straight up. We are creating a very, very linear river. There's not going to be a lot of variation in this at all, but where they intersect is where things will get interesting. I have decided to remove some of these trees. I know I've been kind of careful about cutting down too many trees, but these are cherry trees, and planting fruit trees is a lot easier for me than planting non-fruit trees, thanks to the fact that, fruit is plentiful, and I can't really buy the saplings. But getting these out of my way is going to allow me to just kind of keep going. I don't just feel like storing cherry trees for no reason. And we get cherries, and we get some wood. So all things that we could definitely use. And in this case, we get some points for chopping something down. Whew, all right. So I basically have one stretch of our river done, and now I just need to do the stretch that runs north to south. At this stage of development, I am also considering making the river actually 5 tiles wide instead of 4. The only reason when I do projects like this that I make the river 4 tiles is because the river mouths are 4 tiles, but there's no reason I can't make these wider if I want to. So that is a consideration as well. I think if we did 5 tiles wide, we'd get a couple cool things. Bridges extend over 5 tiles, and it looks pretty cool, like to have the longer bridges. And you'll have that tile in the middle So we can actually leave little bits of, grass tiles in the middle of the river and then decorate on top of those, which is something I've always kind of wanted to do. I think that would be a lot of fun. And that is our north to south stretch of river complete. Of course, there is more waterscaping to be done on the cliffs themselves, but I'm not quite worried about that just yet. At this point where these rivers will eventually connect, this is where my cliff editing tools will come into play. The idea is that I'm actually going to build up a cliff area right in the middle, and there'll be waterfalls that go down in either direction that fuel both the east and west running river and then the north-south running river. Of course, this will be a lot easier to explain once I actually start building it. No joke though, I do think a river that is 5 tiles wide would be really, really cool. I've never done that before, but I gotta try it, right? The biggest thing is going to be making the river mouth look good over here. So my plan is to make this 5th tile on the interior part of the river, which means this is where I would kind of need it to look, I don't know, good. So if I just do this real quick, let me just see what this looks like. Let's just back this up a little bit as if the river is indeed 5 tiles wide. And then we'll just kind of take a look. I don't like this sharp edge that this creates, but I mean, what if it's as simple as just covering this up, making the corner flush like that? I mean, there's no reason we can't roll with that. We could probably put a couple little items here to distract from that if we still don't like the way it looks. I think it looks fine, the way the beach and the grass transition there. And yeah, I say we do it. I say we go ahead, take the plunge, and make this river 5 tiles wide. I think that'll give us a lot of versatility and the opportunity for some really interesting builds in the future. Well, we did it. This looks really good. So the next thing we need to do is we need to ask Tom Nook's permission to actually remove our one and only bridge. He's pretty excited about us building a new bridge. I'm actually here to demolish something. We are getting rid of our hot dog bridge. So in one Animal Crossing day, this bridge and this house will be completely out of our way. I'm gonna start picking up this furniture now. In order for the next day to be any use to us at all, we really need to get enough points to buy the cliff editing tool. I don't care if I don't get all the paths and stuff right away. Cliff editing is going to be a huge necessity to finishing this stage of the island layout. I can't really do anything until we get the island layout sorted. So we need points, and I know exactly where to start. We need to do further edits on the Gee-Whiz mascot. And because I haven't unlocked the pro design tools yet, I'm going to be making a significant change here and adjusting the color palette of the mascot. And the reason being is because we're gonna make it a little more fancy, and I want some colors that complement each other a little bit better. The biggest problem with our mascot thus far is getting the eyes correct, and it's been a struggle for me ever since. So if we do this, he looks a little startled. This makes him look like, he's just rolling his eyes, like you said something really stupid. But I think having the pupils in the center and then maybe working to make the eyes look a little more round might finally give us the look we've been dreaming of. Why would I go through all this trouble, you ask? Well, it's because it's time that we have our own flag here on Gee-Whiz. And who better to represent the interests of Gee-Whiz than the very mascot who's been with us from the beginning? Sure, he's seen some minor adjustments over time, but this is him. This is the Gee-Whiz mascot, and now he'll be watching over us every single day for the rest of this challenge. And also, changing the mascot / flag, is how I'm getting even more points, because check that out, 500 points for me. I also just found who's crafting, and I need to talk to 3 villagers for even more points, but I'm way more interested in getting another crafting recipe, which is the wooden plank sign. I think you just hang this on walls. I don't think it even goes on a door, so I was excited at first, but it's not the item I was actually thinking of. A bit of an underwhelming day for DIYs, to be sure. Oh well, 200 points for talking to villagers. We'll sell a hot item. We'll plant a couple of fruit trees. We'll hit a rock. We'll dive for 3 sea creatures. We'll chop at some more trees. We'll get stung by some bees. Okay, that one didn't actually result in any new points. The bee stings did help me learn the recipe for medicine, though, so that's something. We'll catch 5 bugs. We'll water some flowers. And then we will stare at the number that just seems to be climbing up ever so slowly. Another thing we can do to earn some points is pay off our next home loan. I actually should have enough money for that. Oh, dang it. And the next time I jump on, I should get more points just for having that finished. Oh yeah, we are more than good on this. Yes. Okay, great. Let's have Tom Nook expand our house. The next loan will be 348,000 bells, and I do believe this gives us a new room.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, so I don't know if you saw, but I'm working on this like 30-day like island challenge series.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, when the island's complete, did you want to maybe like do, I don't know, like a video tour of it, like on your channel or something?
People still play that game?
Uh, yeah, I think a few people do.
Uh, I gotta be honest. I'm good, honestly. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing that. Anyways, I've got to go record some Animal Crossing videos, so I'll catch you later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see ya. Bye.
Huh. So here's where we currently stand. I have half the points I need for the cliff editing tool. I've also been playing for several hours and I'm ready for a break. So I'm going to take that break and then I'm going to come back, but off camera, and collect some more points. And we will then buy the cliff editing tool and start editing cliffs. And once we do, that video will be right over here and you can click on it. And until then, I'm going to go fix my face.